The immigration attorneys here. What do you do, Sandra, as a U.S. immigration attorney?
Well, I mean, our law office handles most, if not all, immigration matters. Family-based petitions, of course, whether the family is here and the family member is here in the U.S. or overseas. Do a lot of employer-based petitions. With regards to family-based petitions, we do a lot of I-751s, fiance visas, and occasionally we have to do motions to reopen or reconsider appeals of that nature. We also do citizenship applications, and the problems associated with getting your citizenship, we handle those as well. And, of course, a lot of waivers. So everything immigration.
Everything immigration. I like that. So everybody in Brooklyn who has an immigration question, call right now. You're going to get it answered for free. Everybody in Queens, how about Bronx, Staten Island, Manhattan, okay, Long Island. As a matter of fact, anywhere you are in the world right now, you can get your U.S. immigration question answered. It doesn't matter what state you're in, people. Sandra Smith can help you. Immigration law is federal. Let's go to this line right here. Hello there, how you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Manners and respect, mama. Good still.
Yeah, hear that. Miss Sandra, I got a question.
Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. Yeah, if somebody had an interview for a wife and husband had an interview and the husband decided didn't want to go and then missed the appointment, what happened in a case like that?
In a case like that, well, the person will be denied because they did not show up for the interview and possibly put in deportation.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. I mean, is there a reason why the husband is not showing up? Because occasionally, if you're not able to make it to an interview, you can actually request a later date for the interview. So if it's something that, is out of the person's control, they should then seek to request a later date for an interview.
I think she and the husband get into some argument or something and he didn't want to go.
Right. So, I mean, is it something that's already gone or it's coming? Is it an interview that's already gone? Has it happened as yet?
Already. Yeah, it happened yesterday, yeah.
Right. So in that case, I mean, if it's something that, of course, if it's a marriage, that's good faith, and it's just that, right now they're having some issues, and there's some other reason why they can't make it to the interview, then they should perhaps seek to get a new date. Because if they don't show up, as I said, they're going to be denied and potentially put in deportation.
So you're what, bossy?
Okay.
Make sure them link Sandra right away. You have the number?
Yes, sir, I got it.
All right, let me give it to you again, because some people get the number confused with other numbers. So let me give it to you. 877-829-5297.
Right.
877-829-5297. All right?
All right, I appreciate it. Good.
Manners and respect.
Respect.
Once
Good.
again, folks, you're in tune to the Immigration Link, powered by the law offices of Sandra Smith and Associates. Prior results do not necessarily guarantee future outcome, but if I were in your position, I would use Sandra Smith. So call her now at her law office at 877-829-5297. That is 877-829-5297. 877-829-5297. Let's go to this line right here. Hello, caller. How are you? Welcome to the Immigration Link.
Yes.
Manners, respect, and plush.
Manners, respect.
Yeah, man.
I have a question from Sandra.
Shut it.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a lady in Toronto, right? Canada.
You have a what? A lady?
Yeah, she's in Canada. Canada. She's a citizen.
Yes.
If she comes here, could she get a work permit to work?
Okay. Based on what? I mean, a Canadian citizen is not entitled to a work permit just because.
I guess what he's saying, Sandra. Sandra, he must say, basically.
You're trying to interpret.
No, I don't know. He must say, he must try to say, she's not Canada. If she come across, what are her options in getting a work permit? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you said it's your lady. Is this your wife or is this a
sweetheart? What is it?
Is this a sweetheart, as Mr. Anaki has just met? What is she? Who is she to you, sir?
Baby mother.
She's your baby mama. I mean, are you a U.S. citizen yourself?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing. I mean, as a Canadian citizen, she's not going to be entitled to just come to the United States and work just like that. Of course, if there's someone to petition for her, so perhaps if you were a U.S. citizen, for example, and you were married to her, then you could petition for her for a green card, and of course, you would be able to work under that. Other than that, any other family members, I don't know if you have a permanent resident card, you're a permanent resident, you can also file for her as well. If she has brothers and sisters, if she has an employer who could sponsor her. So just because, as I said before, she's a Canadian citizen doesn't entitle her to a work permit because she's a citizen. So someone has to sponsor her for her to get a work permit.
Straight up. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And by the way, boss it, there are many ways to get her the permit there. You just have to just link up Sandra and talk with Sandra. All right.
All right, my brother. Bless.
Bless.
Take care.
BioLife Energy System Solutions. Bless.
Yeah, man. I have that already.
See there? All right, no problem. By the way, Sandra's office number is 877-829-5297. 877-829-5297. Let's take another call. Once again, the Immigration Link exclusively and only on Link Up Radio. Hello there. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, man. What's up, man?
Hey, I wanna ask this question. There's two questions I have. If you are a resident in this country, can you marry to someone to get the green card?
Yes, certainly you can. Certainly you can.
So long it take.
The thing is, maybe the issue for you is how long it's going to take, as David just mentioned. I mean, if you compare being a citizen to being a resident, it's much quicker if you're a citizen and you marry someone and the person is then filed for. Now, if this is you, how long have you had your green card, sir?
I think this year will be 2 years.
2 years. Okay. And I'm assuming that you're going to be waiting 5 years to apply for your citizenship.
Okay.
And where is your spouse?
She's here.
She's here.
How did you
Okay.
get your green card?
Pardon me?
How did you
He's
get
asking how you got your green card.
How
Yes,
did you get your green card?
Oh, I got my green card, but my wife died.
Oh, your wife passed. So, yeah, so you're going to have to wait 5 years before you can actually apply for your citizenship. If your wife is here and she overstayed, she might have issues actually adjusting status while you're a permanent resident, meaning that while you're a permanent resident, if she overstayed, she would not be able to necessarily get her green card here. Except, of course, if there was a petition put in for her before April of 2001. Outside of that, once you become a citizen, 3 years from now, then she'll be able to adjust her status and get her green card. But that doesn't prevent you from starting the process now as a green card holder. So the answer is yes, as a green card holder, you can actually file for her now. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. And also, can I file for, like, your mom?
Well,
Like, if my mom in Jamaica and I want to file for her.
Here's the answer to that. As a green card holder, you cannot file for your mother, and you also cannot file for any siblings. You have to be a citizen to be able to file for a parent.
There you go.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, sir.
I'm on as I respect boss here. So, well, let me give out the number for Sandra Smith's office. It's 877-829-5297. That's 877-829-5297. Let's go to this caller right here on the Immigration Link on the forum. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hello there.
Fine, thank you, Chris. Hey, Chris.
You sound like a lifer. Wagwan.
Yeah, not much. I just need to talk to Mr. Sandra Smith.
Yes, I'm here. Go ahead with your question.
Shut it.
All right. I got two questions. My wife was illegally returned for 10 years, and I refiled for her after February 2013, and I'm having problem. How long from that I can get her here?
What do you mean illegally returned?
Yes, good question, David. What do you mean by illegally returned, sir? Mm-hmm.
Yes, she come to the country with no documentation.
So
Okay,
She
so
come into the States, yeah.
and she was subsequently deported. Is that what you're saying? She was deported?
No, she didn't deport it. She legally went back home before the time they give her at the court.
Okay, so voluntary departure, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yes, voluntary departure for 10 years.
Okay, and the 10 years has expired.
This 10 years expired on February the 13th.
Right, and then you filed for her
again.
Okay.
I'm still having the runaround.
Okay, so have you gotten any response from immigration as yet?
Yes, I got immigration response from immigration, so they move the case from here to there and from another part to California again. So
Can I jump in? Can I jump in for a minute here, Sandra?
David, just give me 1 second, just quickly. With regards to the transferring of the file, typically, and in some instances, it's not an issue when the file is transferred. Sometimes you file it to one service center, and then they will then decide to transfer it elsewhere. It doesn't mean that they're giving you the runaround. It happens a lot with the I-130s that are filed on behalf of spouses. Go ahead, David. Go ahead.
All right, sir. What I'm saying is this. But sir, did you do this by yourself or did you use an attorney?
I use...
Don't say an attorney name now.
This is attorney squeeze. My wife get the number from the immigration office in Jamaica.
All right, so here, man.
So you have an attorney?
So you have an attorney?
I wouldn't call my attorney. Help me do the paperwork.
Okay,
right,
it's
so-
either the first is an attorney or not. But here's
Yeah.
the thing. As
Can I-
David,
can I get in here?
Go ahead, David. Go ahead.
I get my
David.
little 2
Go
cents in.
ahead.
'Cause,
Yes,
go
ahead.
No,
Go
sir,
ahead.
your people and my people, because the whole
Go
of we are
ahead.
one people.
Go ahead. Yes.
Bossy,
yes.
hear me now. Sometimes I love
Yes,
interrupt,
please.
but hear me. You see, when it comes to anything that have to do with infractions of the with the law, I always say get yourself an attorney. You see, someone like Sandra Smith right now, she handles cases
Okay.
like these every single day. And she is one of the best to handle something like this. In other words, the moral of what I'm saying is, the fact that she went through the whole voluntary deportation and all of that stuff, she's
Yes.
flagged. She's flagged in the system. So I would suggest you use an attorney, because they are going to give it a runaround. You understand? Because
And also,
because
yes,
she did something that they didn't want her to do in the first place. So you need an attorney so that they can see that you're serious, and also you don't want to make any mistakes. You see
And
what I'm
you're
saying?
right, David. You're right, because this is a situation where a lot of times immigration people say, "Oh, I can do this myself." In this case, sir, you don't want to do that because
No.
she was already in deportation proceedings and already was sent home, even though it was voluntary departure. I mean, moving forward, you might have to do waivers. Who knows? So you definitely need an attorney, as David is suggesting. Yes,
know what
give
I'm
our
gonna do?
officers a call.
Hold on a minute then. I want you to talk to Sandra off the air. I want you to go see Sandra.
Okay,
Yeah, hear me?
okay, squeeze.
Promise me say you go and go see her, because she deal with something similar to this right now. Promise me say you go see her. Now, but lately I say, boy, you put it off until you get your tax return and all them things then. No.
No.
All right.
We can't do that because,
Are you other half that,
I'm waiting more than 10 years now.
Yeah, that's a long
If I
time.
wait longer, I don't.
And
Yeah, that's
I
a long
don't
time.
know the result.
right, and like how you use up the Duralast and the strength of a man, I don't want you go deal with anything else. You see me I deal with, you need to deal with the right thing.
All right, that's why I'm not keep myself to myself. So,
Exactly.
I'm just trying to find out what best I can do or what else I can do to get her here.
I tell you what, man, a little prayer, and Sandra, you are going to get her here, in my opinion. Hold on. All right? The number to call is 877-829-5297. Let me repeat. 877-829-5297. Call Sandra Smith right now for your consultation. Call her in the office. She's a very powerful attorney. And once again, she helps in the immigration capacity, regardless of where you are in the world. If it has to do with U.S. immigration, go with Sandra Smith of the longest running immigration radio show in the nation. And that is on Link Up Radio, the immigration link. Call Sandra Smith at 877-829-5297. That is 877-829-5297. She's standing by and waiting for your call, and she's going to give you that consultation. Once again, 877-829-5297. 877-829-5297.